Hiya freaks, today we're going to do another video. Excuse me, coughing already. Today's video's topic is I'm going to do a series of videos for land navigation. Why am I doing this? Because I'm trying to have an FTX where we can study land navigation out in the woods. I just can't seem to get it together between work and everything else. And all kinds of things going on right now. I changed job, now I'm changing to a better job. I got to work weekends, and there's all kinds of crap going on. So I'm going to do this series of videos for when I can finally get us out into the woods. You guys will have an understanding and be better prepared. Maybe you did your own research, your own study. Maybe you can show me a couple things. I am by far not an expert. When I teach a class, I learn every single time I teach. And I also do extensive research. So doing teaching class makes you actually better because you have to do research. Because you don't want to go out in the woods and look like a fool when you're trying to teach somebody. I cannot go out and teach medical. There's people out in my group who know medical far more better than I do. But I do know that they know far more about medical than I do. But one thing I do know is that a lot of people are intimidated by land navigation. So I made it a point to learn it so I can teach it because I know the importance of it. If you're out running with a militia, not too many guys know land navigation. And trust me, I know my own personal experiences by walking my dog through the trails that if you go off the beaten track, off the trail into the woods, just 100 feet, and then you turn around, you're lost. You are lost. 100 feet is far enough to get lost. And when you're lost, the further you go in the wrong direction, the more lost you get. So it is imperative to know a little of something about land navigation, how to use your compass, how to read a map. If it wasn't for my dog, I'd still be in the woods 5 years ago because she got me out and she saved my life a couple of times. And maybe I'll do a video just on that. Okay? What you doing, Cammy? Go get Ginger. Tell Ginger we're talking about it. Hey, baby girl. Here's one of my dogs right here. Okay. That's not the one I'm talking about, though. Let's start with this. Let's start with the kit you'll keep in your bug-out bag. Everybody's kit's going to be different. Everybody's bug-out bag is going to be different. I understand that. Everybody's skill sets are different. And again, my skill set is, I learned it in basic training. I did something in the Army. Everything has changed since then. We're talking 55 now. I went in 1985. I don't know. You do the math. It was like 40-something years ago. Okay? And trust me, nothing I did back then when it comes to land navigation or hell, even radio is the same. And I was a radio guy. And I struggled to get my radio tech license 30 years later because it just is so different. So anyway, stop babbling. I tend to do that. I know. Let's go through my land navo kit, my land navigation kit. I'll show you what I have, and then we'll go from land navigation. We'll discuss compasses. We'll discuss maps, how to use a compass, how to read a map, how to use map and compass together for land navigation. And I don't know, we'll just see where we go. This will become a series of videos because it's just hours worth of stuff to study. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. But you need to learn it. You need to learn it. When all your militia buddies are out there shooting, you're gonna have to go get them because they're gonna walk 100 feet into the woods, and they're gonna wind up having to eat their ammo and drink their gun oil because they're lost. They're lost. So you're gonna be taxed to go and get them. I know. The militia now is different than it was 10 years ago. The militias now are but it's full of millennials. Okay? And the Gen X guys are just frustrated and bailing out because they got millennials on one side and you got kick-ass baby boomers on the other side who they're getting older. So, and the Gen X guys are the ones that really are really the meat and potatoes of the militia, and they're just frustrated, and they're just leaving. So let's not do that, and let's not even discuss that, because I'm gonna get all my friends to hate me. So, and they already hit me anyway. So let's just get back to maps. All right. So in my maps kit, in my bug out bag, a lot of any bug out bag worth of salt. It's got that little zipper compartment on the outside. People put all kinds of. It's for like documents and paperwork and that type of stuff. Well, I keep my land navigation stuff. Okay. Before I open my zipper bag, what this is, you can print it out. Okay. This is basically a legend, a map legend. Print it out, put it in a sleeve, keep it safe. Okay? It's going to tell you what all different terrain features on it. Because the top of maps don't come with all this. They'll come with a legend. You can't fit all this on top of a map. But you need to know what it is. Because, they're going to put symbols down on it. Like, oh, what the hell is that? You go, oh, it's a radio tower. Okay. And that's important to know. Because you need to know what these features mean if you want to triangulate your position. What? We'll get to that later. Okay? So, you keep a map legend. Okay? And inside of a Ziploc bag, let me get off my aging face and show you the floor. I'll show you the table here. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay. In here, we'll have. You need a pencil. I prefer a pencil over a pen because pencils can be they're erasable. I paid $15 for my maps. I don't want to ruin them. You can use. I would also keep a regular number 2 type pencil that I can sharpen as a backup for when this lead runs out. This is not necessarily for. It's for bugging out, but you need another pencil just in case, because you have to write down coordinates, especially with a group. If I need to, if I put a cache of supplies somewhere, I would write down the coordinates, and I would give everybody the coordinates where the cache of supply is, and they will go to that spot in that location, and they would find my cache of supplies that I put down for them. Okay, so, and you just need a notepad, and a mechanical pencil, because the lead is probably the thinnest lead I found so far for making lines on the map. Okay, so you need to draw on a map. You need a mechanical pencil. Of course, we need a compass, and we will discuss compasses in a minute. Now, when I go out in the field, I used to have a neck knife on me. Right? Now I just put a fixed blade knife on my side, and I put this around my neck rather than the neck knife. Okay? I'll just tuck this in. Because I know the importance of having a compass on you. Okay? And if you put it in all your mandatory necessities that you need to carry around, it probably tops the knife just by a little bit, because you need to know where you are and how to get in and how to get out and which direction you're going. Right up there with knife. So I can put a fixed blade knife on my side rather than my neck knife, and I can put this around my neck, because I do not want to lose this. I'll lose my knife before I lose this. You know, you get a lot of people like, were you crazy? No, I'm not crazy. I'm experienced. Trust me. I know. Protractor. You know what? This is pretty necessary. You can have a protractor, which like this one here, or you can have. This is from Essay. Hey, Essay. It's kind of have like little protractor type stuff on it, and it's also got some land features on, like a legend. Okay, and it's also got, it's kind of gimmicky though. I don't know. It's kind of gimmicky. I see people on YouTube talk about them. After I got mine, that's what I'm talking about. They all love them. I'm not 100% impressed by it, but it does have a notepad. With the stuff that I carry, I really don't need this, so I'm gonna carry the extra weight. Okay, but I'm glad I took it out, because, how am I saying? Fresnel lens. I keep a Fresnel lens in my kit. Now, they're not very durable as far as scratching goes, but as you can see, they don't break. And you can light a fire with them. That's right, you can light a fire with them. So it's also an important survival piece of equipment. When you're getting old like me, this zooms things in and out. I can see better with my old eyes, and I can also start a fire. Be honest with you though, I kind of like the small ones a little bit better. I keep one of these in my wallet actually. And when you buy them on Amazon, you can buy 3Ds and 3Ds in a kit for like $6. Give them everyone out to your family. Give them out to your family. Okay? But I keep this one here. I keep with this setup. And honestly, I don't even carry it anymore because I don't need the protractor and I don't need the Legend because I already have it in my kit. So Fresnel lens, protractor. We'll go over protractors because they're not all the same. Trust me. And when we get into maps, you can see how you can get screwed just by randomly buying shit, like I did. For the research of this video, I pissed a lot of money away, so you don't have to. You probably, most likely, you make more money than I do anyway. So, you all should take up a collection. Send it to me. And you need your maps. E-maps. I like the US topo maps. Okay? But while we're on the subject of maps, you can buy them from US Geological Survey, okay? Which I feel is the best bet because it's the least expensive bet. You can download for free. To buy the maps is $15 a map, $5 to ship. So you're gonna buy 2 maps, buy them together so you don't have to pay for shipping twice. Okay, it will be $30 plus $5, $35. You can download the PDFs from these for free and then print them out on Google. However, you're not going to get the size and scale. But we're going to talk about this too. There's other things you can do. Okay? And what else do I have here? This. So this is just, so we got the map. Google's really good actually for all sorts of reasons. So you can print out your map, or you can download your map, print it out, or you can just buy it. I prefer to buy it. They're bigger. If you're in a small area in a neighborhood, you're just going to go to a park and do some practice. And it's not a bug out location or training location. Just print them out on your printer, a small little section of the area. So all you got to do is have this. Okay? In fact, this map right here of where I live, I just bought the full ones from the US Geological Survey website. Okay, so now let's get into compasses. Let's put this away. Let's put down something cleaning rag because it's white, and we'll get on to compasses. Compasses, however you want to say it. We do that. Let me tell you something. Compass, you're getting what you pay for. Go cheap, you're getting cheap. Okay? So, let's go see what we got going on over here. Your first thought about buying a compass would be going to Walmart. And if you go to Walmart, you're going to get something like this for $5. It's a replica of those military compasses. Okay? We're not really going to talk about how to use this today. We're just going to get this introduction over with, and we'll go on. The next video, we'll describe it in more detail. This is a $5 compass. It is from Walmart. See that bezel spinning? That is not, you don't want this. You do not want this. If you are looking for any piece of survival equipment from Walmart that is made in China, let's put it this way. Let me get up close so you can see my face. You are an American, and you are relying on China for your survival. Do not buy survival equipment from Walmart. If you do, you deserve everything you get. Okay? If you buy a $5 compass from Walmart, A, you spend $5 too much. B, you are getting $5 worth of survival. How much is your life worth? If your life's only worth $5, go ahead and use it. I bought these because they are trash and I wanted to show you. Do not buy these compasses for land navigation for your survival. Number one, everybody's going to think you're a retard. Because you are. If you buy this from Walmart. Okay. Let's get to the next one. Let's keep one of those out. Walmart. Trash. This one here is basically bomb-proof. It is a Lanzata compass. A better replica of a military-style compass than this Walmart piece of shit. Okay? A lot of people use these. It's got an inclination thing, so it kind of tells you your incline. Okay? So if you're on a hill, blah, 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 blah. You know what? In Florida, for Florida survival, you really don't need this for incline. Basically, Florida's flat anyway. And if you can't walk up any, I don't even know why you would even use this, to be honest with you. Because you can just look at a hill and say, you know what? I can't climb it. Or, I can climb it. I understand maybe if you're building a roof, you need something like this. But unless you tell me otherwise, I don't see a reason. And you know what? And on this compass, it's kind of worthless anyway. The way you would use it would always be in your face. You know, it's really not worth it. I was gonna take this off actually and throw it away, but it's so damn heavy, this compass. I can't even carry it. I can. Quality-wise, the rest of the compass is really good. Okay. Okay. I don't want to go over how to use this right now. There's a lot to it. For survival, our needs, for militia work, if you're not, you know, if you're not a tank commander and all that type of stuff, you really don't need something this heavy. But it is inexpensive, about $25, and there are many of them on Amazon. The same compass from different companies, different names on them, from the same Chinese factory. But it is a good compass. Okay. So, you know what? I'll leave this out of the bag. I bought this to put this in to make it look official. And you got all this. You gotta hang this from your neck. No, you're not. But it is bomb-proof. Next, we have base plate compasses, map reading compasses, whatever you want to call them, and they all have different qualities too. And as you can see, I have a few of them. Why do I have a few of them? Well, I am glad you asked. Because when you're reading a map, well, first of all, this is a cheap one. It's an $11 compass. This is a cheap compass. This one I bought just for training purposes. The other compass I would wear. It's not a compass I would let my girl have either. Okay? But these base plate compasses, they're clear plate. And that is so you can read what's underneath it. Which is not really imperative. Okay? Because basically you're reading on the side of the compass anyway. Okay? But you can read what's underneath it. You have a magnifying glass there so you can see a little closer. And I guess it dubs as a fire starter either, but a fire starter as well. But this will take you forever to start a fire with that little thing. Fresnel lens is a lot better. You'll notice on these compasses, they have scales on them. Okay, like for example, this one here says 1 to 25,000 meters, 1 to 50,000 meters, 1 to, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? You see those scales on there? That is for marking coordinates off your map. Okay, get all kinds of scales on it. We'll get into that. I don't know. Can you see that one there? We'll get into that later. You probably can't see it. No, that'll help. All right. We'll get into it more, but there's all kinds of scales on it for reading the map, and that is very important. You can't do that with a Lanzata compass so much. They also have, yeah, this one has a scale on it too. Okay, it's 1 to, I don't know if you can read it. It's right there. It says 1 to 25,000. Okay, and this is very important that you know that. Like for example, I can't use this to mark coordinates on my maps because my maps are not I have only one to 25,000 map. My other maps are 1 to 24,000, which is the mistake I made. Okay. We'll discuss that and why it is a 1 to 24,000 and 1 to 50,000 or 1 to 25,000 some other time. Basically, what it means is 1 to 25,000 meters is every meter in real life is. How does it work? I'll explain it to you some other time. But basically, it's an inch in real life is like 25,000 inches on the map. Or the other way around. I don't know. We'll go over it again. I'm just trying to get through this video. So, you got that. With my compass, any good compass, oh, I didn't even get to that yet. Which one is this? This is another cheaper compass. It's pretty good though. Okay? And I don't know if you can see it. You see the little arrow right here on the bottom. Right there. That is that inclination that was on the Lanzata compass, the big heavy mule of a compass. Okay? Here it works. On that other compass, it doesn't. Okay? This is important actually if you want to find height. If you need to find the height of a tree, height of a building, you would use this using basic trigonometry, which we will get into later on in the video series. Okay? But this is not so bad, this compass. In the back there should be a screw somewhere for adjusting declination, which I don't see it. I thought it was there. And it would come with, it's here somewhere, I know that. Oh, adjusting declination. Here's a little screw right here. Okay? Now what does that mean? We'll have to go over it in a later video. It's sort of involved, detailed, and it will come with this little screwdriver to adjust. Okay? When we go over the maps and when I show you the map, I'll show you what that's all about. It's not a bad compass. I got this one for Sandra's son. Mine is a Suunto MC2. Now there's different Suunto MC2s. This is the MC2. This is the survivalists militia go-to compass. It's hard to read, I know. Oh, maybe this will help. I don't know if it's focusing in. It is the USGS series, and that's the one you want. The Suunto MC2 USGS series map, compass, because it's going to coincide with the maps that you're going to buy. Okay? I have this. It comes with, I don't know where I got this from. This one probably came with this. A little whistle. Okay? And there should be that little screwdriver right here, that is to adjust the declination screw, which is on right here, on the back of the compass. Okay, and again, we will discuss that. I have one for me, and I have one for my chicky chick. Okay, now these also come with, see a little arrow as I move. The gravity always moves it downward, and that is how you find angles of things. What does that mean in Florida bushcraft? 0. But if you want to need to know the height of a tree, because you got to throw a rope over it, over a branch to get your food out of the way of the bears, and you got 25 feet of rope, you need to know how high that branch is, and we will discuss how to measure height and even distance with this compass. Okay? It has a mirror in it. The mirror is not only so you can fix your makeup, it is also so you, well, it plays a very important role in reading the compass. And it's also a signaling mirror. Okay? And I gave Sandra one with, I put on a cheap whistle. Okay? And it's got a little magnifying glass on it. Blah, blah, blah. I know this is a Walmarty item, and what I was saying before, it's kind of doesn't coincide with what I was saying before. It says a little magnifying glass in it. Okay? And again, it's not really going to start much of a fire. But since we're on compasses, oh, it's got a thermometer on it. That's kind of cool. Okay? See a little button compass? Think of it as a small version of that piece of shit. Don't you rely on this, you will die. If you rely on this, you will die. So, if you want, just throw it away. But just chip it out and throw it away if you want, or just leave it there like I do. But the whistle is very important as a signaling survival whereabouts. Where the hell am I? Any other Garmin GPS. Okay, and we'll find about maybe 11 satellites up in the sky. You can carry this for general purposes, general use. GPSs are really good to have. Right now I'm up to. Right now it's got 30 satellites pinpointed, I think, if I can read it right. They're really good GPS. But for bug out purposes, shit hit the fan purposes, are you gonna get satellites? No, probably not. They'll probably be shut down. So I wouldn't rely. You can run out of batteries, whatever. Take it if you want to add the weight to your bag. It's about 1.5 pounds. I just prefer to leave it home. All right. So let's get into maps. Okay, let's get into maps. We're not gonna read the maps right now. Excuse me. I want to show you a map though. I want to show you the little bit of a legend that you do have on it. Oh, you know what? I should also add to this how to buy maps from the U.S. Geological Survey, because it's really not so easy. Like everything else in the U.S. government, it's just they don't make things easy. Trust me, they don't make it easy, and that's where my mistake came in. That's why I bought the wrong map, because I wasn't really paying attention. You would think by this time that the U.S. government will have its shit together, but that is far not the truth. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm trying to get a cigarette. I don't mind. And then we're going to go on this map. I just want to show you the legend. I know, it's a lame video. But as you'll get to know, all my videos are pretty damn lame. Okay. Start with this one. The maps come either rolled up like a tube or folded, like an accordion, like this. I found this too bulky. When you pull them out, you have a chance to. You're constantly fighting with it. So they do wrap them up pretty tight. You're always fighting with it, like I am right now. Okay, but you know what? We'll use this one because there's a legend on it, right out front. On this legend, it's going to tell you the name of the map. Wekia, everything's backwards, I'm sorry, on the thing. Spring State Park. Okay? This is where I went, we did an FTX up there. Last month or something like that. Okay? And your map will come with the name of the map, map ID, your name. Come on, Chris. Yeah, your name. And where it printed out, blah, blah, blah. On this side, gives you the basic location of where it is. The map source information, it says the original USGS topographical map, blah, blah, blah. The area, the quadrangle, can't even pronounce it. Oh, see how you have all these numbers on that grid? That is the adjacent maps right here. Okay, so in other words, grid number 5 is Forest City. Grid number 6 is Castleberry. Okay, so if you want to buy adjacent maps, those are the maps that you purchase. Now down here is where the good stuff comes in. This is the grid. Okay, there's a mile on the map. I'm sorry. See right there? There's miles, kilometers. I like to use both kilometers and miles. Okay? And it tells you it's a UTM Zone 7. And this was actually taken in 1983, I guess from satellite. Okay, or however they do it. The map is from 1983. Is that what that means? I guess that's what that means. Okay? Now, where the next area, next FTX we're going to have, is going to be down by the West Palm Beach area. I have the map for that. I ordered it in flat, that rolled up, and it's got all the same information as the last one on it. Okay? I want to tell you about declination. This actually might be put together a bit better. It's got a small legend. Again, it's not this legend. It's a small legend. It has your 1 to 24 scale. This map is 1 to 25,000 scale. So therefore, I need 2 different kind of protractors. And that's what I was going with before. And your compasses got to coincide with all this as well. Everything's got to jive, baby. I can't see it. I don't know if you can. This is your scale for kilometers, miles, meters, feet, blah, blah, blah. From this point 0 to here is on the map is 10,000 feet. This much on the map is a mile. This much on the map is kilometers. So in other words, from here to here it says 2,000 kilometers, which is, this actually should be to these grids. I don't know if you can see these light colored grids. Okay, each one of those is a kilometer, 1,000 meters. Also on the map, try to get a little closer, shows you a small grid for your magnetic north, your true north, and your grid north. We will explain to you what all that means when we get into map reading, okay? But that's important to know. Sort of, depending on what you're doing, it's kind of advanced map stuff. If you're hiking and stuff like that, you're hiking a long way along the Appalachian Trail, it's really important to know. Hiking from here to here, you're going to be off with exact grid. We'll have to discuss this later on, but there's a reason for this, okay? Basically, what magnetic north is, well, you need to know for compasses, so let's just go over it real quick. Let me get my good old compass out. Your compass reads a magnetic north. What does that mean? For those of you who don't know, I know most of you probably do, it's not true north, okay? It's not actual north. Inside the earth, you have a lot of iron deposits. You have an iron deposit that constantly moves around. The needle is pointing towards that iron deposit. It's not pointing towards north. It's pointing towards the northerly end of that iron deposit and is being pulled by that iron. If I put this compass down on the table, I set it for north right now, I put it on my table with all the screws in it, the needle's going to do this. It's going to start moving around. Okay? Test it for yourself. Trust me, that's what it is. And so the map, when you get the map, up and down always be true north. Up and down always be true north. Now, what grid north is if you put your map in true north, it's still kind of turned a little bit because the earth is round. Did you hear that? The earth is round. If the earth was flat, this would be easy, but it's not flat. The earth is round. Before you come to any one of my training classes, know that the earth is round. So tell me about flat earth. I'm just going to shake my head like I'm doing right now. The earth is round. So since the earth being round, orb-shaped, spherical, when you put it down on the paper, if they took a globe and they cut it up and they moved it out like this, it's not going to be 100% true north. So what grid north is if you took a piece of turkey wire and laid it down on the map and made grids. Excuse me. And with that grid comes these numbers on the side. Remember those Hackster maps? I know all you non-millennials know what a Hackster map is. That's how we navigated in our car with a book, and the book had maps, and the maps had numbers on the side. Okay, and you wanted to, if someone gave you a coordinate and needed to get there, you would go whoop whoop, and then you would pinpoint your location. We are going to discuss that as well, just not today. Okay, but it's important to know the difference between true north, magnetic north, and grid north. Okay, and for the next class or next video in this, oh, one more thing. With this map I got for our bug out location, I'm sorry, our training location, our next training location, going by, I wasn't really sure how deep we're going to go into the woods, so I bought the adjacent map, which is west of Rude, number 5. So I got the west of Rude quadrangle. That's how you pronounce it, quadrangle. Got the west of Rude map, which connects to this one. And when we get out into the woods, we will discuss all this. And you need to show up. Because I'm not doing this for nothing. Alright? So, we'll consider this the first video of the navigation series. Next time maybe we'll take the map and the compass and the protractor, and we'll go to a park or something, and we'll do some navigation. Okay? Until next time, peace. Remember, when the shit hits the fan, preppers will inherit